Thousands run in Central Park to honor victims of the 9/11 terror attacks. Thousands gathered on Saturday to remember the victims of the September 11, 2001 terror attacks as an annual 9/11 run was held this year in Central Park as part of the 25th anniversary of that tragic day. The run, usually held downtown this year, was organized for July 11 as a partnership between the New York Roadrunners and the 9/11 Memorial and Museum, including moments of silence as people sought to put meaning to the mileage. A total of 4,991 runners, nearly two for each of the 2,977 lives lost that day, ran through the 9/11 Memorial and Museum 4-mile race presented by RXR in 76-degree heat. The event sought to honor those who died on and after 9/11, including of 9/11 related illness, and those who helped. 9/11 didn't end for me and didn't end for a lot of people, said Bronx resident Sonia Agron, a retired New York City EMT who for 2 months helped as a recovery worker with the American Red Cross. I'm here today basically because you keep hearing people saying never forget, and I think people are forgetting, so I choose to remember. Again, who said, Agron, who said she has 2 autoimmune diseases, lung diseases, and other issues, joined crowds in the park exactly 2 months before the actual anniversary. It was like being in 2 different worlds, Agron said of her 9/11 work. I would go in and help whoever needed help, but the hardest part was seeing the first responders come in to try to get a rest. You could see in their eyes that they wanted to do is to be back at the pit. The 9/11 Memorial and Museum was held annual races since 2013, mixing running, remembrance, and reflection, culminating in this year's 25th anniversary in the year of the nation's 250th anniversary. I think what's especially relevant now is how it reminds us. 9/11 Memorial and Museum President and CEO Beth Hillman said, "We can come together after a really unfathomable loss, and that's what 9/11 was." Manhattan fielded the most runners at 1,810, followed by Brooklyn at 850, Queens at 719, the Bronx at 138, Staten Island at 79, and 1,399 not from New York City. Runners is staggered starts ran as a show of support, strength, and solidarity, crossing a finish line for those whose lives finished far too soon. The race helps as much more. The race helps us reach more young people from the next generation, Hillman added. We have next generation firefighters, teachers, first responders, service members, all kinds of people inspired to serve. The Central Park event, New York Roadrunners CEO Rob Jayer said, emerged from a partnership with the museum and memorial that started a couple of years ago. The race that they typically held downtown near their site was disrupted by construction, and they asked if we could help them. Jayer said, we know how important it was for this event to take place this year. Jayer said the event seeks to raise awareness and funds for the museum and memorial. He said about 600 charities take part in New York City Marathon charity program, expected to raise more than $100 million this year. That's all I have to say for this video.